Hello everyone. I won this little pot of Australian pennies at an auction. Now, not an online auction, it wasn't eBay, it was a real live auction, and I only paid £22 for them. There's 54 pennies in there, and according to the information, they're all different. They're in this little tartan tin, but they've probably never even been to Scotland. First of all, I need somewhere to put them, so let's print off some circles. Gonna need a few more. Now, I know these bronze-sized pennies started in 1911 with George V, so we'll start there and put some dates in. I know the last one was minted in 1964. Whether all the dates were minted, I don't know yet, but we'll find out. Now, if I try and film it like this, the coins will look very dark. Where's that penny? Oh, there it is. Right. I put the coin on there, see it's very dark. So what we're going to have to do is make a negative image of these. Okay, put this in the scanner. And the same for this bit as well. That's got that scanned in. Now I need to do a negative image. And the same for that one. Now there's lots of black there. I'll get rid of that because it's a waste of ink printing all that out. Okay, that's that. I need to trim it up a bit now. I'll use this bit of glass. That's it, and the coins will show up much better with a dark background. What I need to do is get one of those white marker pens. It would make it a bit easier, but I don't have one. It also says in the description, including mint marks. Now, I know a bit about the mint marks on the Australian pennies, but I don't claim to be an expert at all, so any help in the comments would be brilliant. So let's put that down there, grab a few, and see what we've got. Okay, 1924. That's nice condition for a 1924. I like that portrait of George V. That's good. If they're all in that condition, I can't complain. So that's the very first one on the board. Okay, next one, 1962 with the kangaroo design by George Kruger Gray. You can just see the KG there. KG for Kruger Gray. That has got a little dot after the word penny. So I think that's a Perth mint. I think I'm correct on that one. Put me right if not. Queen Elizabeth II. The next one, there's another George V one there. 1923. These are in very nice condition. 1923. I think that's 100 years old this year. 2023 as I'm filming this. King George VI. A bit dirty or a bit dusty that one, not too bad though. 1952. King George VI died in 1952. There's no dot after the word penny or Australia, so I'm assuming that one's going to be the Melbourne mint. I think that was minted in Melbourne. Another Elizabeth. 1953 this time. This time there's a dot after the word Australia, and I still think that is the Perth mint. Nice, a little bit of corrosion there, but not too bad. So I've got a 62, a 1923, and 1953. How's that? There it is. I don't think any were made in 1954. Just going on memory for that, I might be wrong. I nearly forgot the 1952. Right, another George V. Not bad condition that side. 1935. Very nice. Commonwealth of Australia. 1926. Well, that's not quite as good. A little bit of damage on there. Not too bad for 1926 though. Another old one. Oops, upside down. 1934 this time. All different so far anyway. 1919. Not bad at all. Right, more modern one this time, Elizabeth. 1958. And that's got the dot after the penny, the word penny, so that is a Perth mint mark. What we got here? 1944, so that's a wartime one. George VI. I can't see any mint marks on that. Yeah, zoomed right in and I can see a dot there. So this is another Perth mint mark. Quite a weak strike there, really. Right, Elizabeth. 1959 this time, another dot after the word penny, so another Perth mint mark. $1943, again there's a dot there. So that's another coin made in Perth. Now I know they came in a Scottish tin, but I mean Perth in Australia, not Perth in Scotland. Oh dear. Oh dear, not too good on that side, is it? On the obverse. I'll probably clean off. Right, another one. 1947, another kangaroo. And that there, seven-sided star is the Commonwealth star. Any information about that or in the comments will be appreciated. The star. Oh dear, he's got a bit of corrosion on there as well. Well, there's another old one, 1928 this time. That'll be again, obviously, George V. Definitely the old ones are in better condition. Let me try and speed it up, put them down on the board without the squeaky voice.
Okay, 1926.
No, that's not working, is it? Try again. Okay, 1926. 1934. We've got 1919. That's the oldest so far. 1958. 1944. That was 44. There it is. Right, 1959. Was that 1935? 1947. What's this one? 1928. And 1947. Oh, I've already got 1947. So 1943, that's why. There we go. Well, I haven't had a duplicate yet. I did count them when I got them to make sure there was 54 there, and a quick look at the quality, make sure they were good enough to make a video with. But that's it. I haven't checked them. I don't know what date's there. This is the first time of going through them. Okay. There he is again, George V. Oh, is that just grubbiness on there? Don't think it's corrosion. Might be a bit of corrosion there, but it'll probably clean up alright. 1933. Now let's hope the Australian 1933 is as rare as the British 1933. Somehow I don't think so. There's a nice shiny one. 1964, so that is the last of the Australian pre-decimal pennies, 1964. I think there's a rumour that a 1965 exists, but I'm not sure about that. There's no dot after the word penny or Australia, so this has got to be a Melbourne mint. That's not bad condition. And there's another, looks like Adolf Hitler there, doesn't he? 1951 this time. Again, that's the Perth mint though. I can see a little dot there. 1941 this time. No dots there, so this is going to be another Melbourne mint. Oh, is that a die error there? Looks like there's a crack in the die there. Damage to the king's neck. Could be a bad plachant, a bad blank that the coin was minted on. Again, pretty weak strike. It almost looks like it's in soft focus. Okay, there's another one. Another 1944. Right, okay. We've definitely had a 44. Let me grab the other one. They've both got a dot after the Y. So this could be my first duplicate. Maybe it was thought that that didn't have a dot because it was very hard to see. I'll put them both back down there for now. We'll have a look at them at the end. Okay, let's carry on. 1945. Definitely got a dot. Definitely Perth. There's an Elizabeth. 1955. A nice clear dot there, so we can know that's Perth. But these modern ones, not so good. Nasty bit of corrosion there. I say modern, like nearly 70 years old is modern. Right, another George VI. 1947. Right, there's definitely no dot on that one. So let me have a look at the other one. Yep, you can clearly see that is Perth Mint and that one is Melbourne Mint. So they are different. So I'll put them two there. A couple more in this handful. A 1960. Well, that's a Perth. And what's this one then? That's another 1919. Ah, right. So what's going to be the difference there then? Okay, I've just had a quick check. This one has got a dot underneath the bottom scroll. You see that dot there? Whereas the other one has not. Definitely nothing there on that one. And a clear dot on that one. So that's a difference. I'll put them two there. That is definitely something for the comments because I don't know much about that one. Let's get the rest of these down then. 1933.
1964.
Oh dear, what was that? 1964. What we got here? 1951. 40. What was that? 41. 45. 1955. And 1960. Okay, 1951. I found a 51 with a Perth mint mark, but this one's not got one, so this is different. Another different one. There's George V. 1920. Haven't got a 1920 yet. Is that a dot? Yep. Oh, is that a double dot? No, single dot. Single dot above the scroll there. Whether that is a standard for a 1920, I don't know. Not sure about that. I haven't got that one yet anyway. Okay, there's a 1964 again. So that is going to be a Perth because the other one was a Melbourne. Yep, there's a dot there. So that's yet another different one. Still just a one duplicate. 1956. There's no dot on that, is there? Nope. Melbourne. 1922. Commonwealth of Australia. Doesn't appear to be any dots on that one. Nope. As 1961. Clearly that's a Perth mint mark there. Bad condition. And a 1950. And that's going to be Melbourne. So we've got a 1951 Melbourne. There's a 1920 with a little dot on it. And 1964, that's going to be Melbourne as well. 1956. 22. 1961. And what was this one? A 1950. Nothing at all on the top row yet. And no bingo lines either. 1936. So that'll be the last year of George V. There's George VI. 1940. And that looks like a Melbourne mint. Ooh, 1942. Hang on a minute, that's an eye, isn't it? There's an eye there underneath the king's head, so that's going to be an Indian mint. Calcutta, I think it was, or was it Calcutta? Or was it Bombay? I don't know. But that's very sharp, isn't it? And there's a dot before penny as well. So yeah, that's an Indian mint. I was reading about the Indian mint the other day. Let's see how sharp that is. Look at the difference in quality. You compare that strike with the blurry 1944. Look at the difference in quality of the kangaroo's head. Some of these Australian minted pennies are well known for their weak strikes, unlike the Indian ones. Look at the difference. Oh, that's a nice one. Okay, 1950 again, so that's got a mint mark on it, so that's going to be a Perth 1950. 1949, no mint mark there, so that's Melbourne. Can't see anything on that one either. 1943, I think that's a Melbourne mint. No, zoomed in again and you can see the dot there, so this is Perth. So that's my second duplicate. That's probably a genuine mistake because it's very hard to see it on this one. There's a 1952, and that's got the mint mark after the word Australia, so that'll be a Perth one. George the 5th, 1916, and that looks like an eye. That's an eye, so that's India as well. So that's come from the Indian mint. I think that'll be Calcutta. It could be Bombay, I could be wrong on that. I know it's India though, obviously, because of the eye. Yeah, clearly see it there. Nice one. There is another 1956. That's going to be Perth. 1953. I don't think there's a mint mark on that, is there? Nope. Nope. And what's this? 1938, and that looks like Melbourne. 1943, sadly that is a duplicate. 1952, that's there. Melbourne and Perth on that one now. What's this one here? There's a 1916, the India one. So I've got one for the top row now. 1953, one of each mint for that now. 1938 and 1956, one of each mint for that one as well. Just double checking that 1956, and you can see one clearly has got the mint mark and one hasn't. What else to go down there? The 1942 India struck coin, much better quality strike there. We've got the 1936. What else we got? The 1950, one of each mint for that, and the 1940 there. And there's the 1949, so put that one down there. Okay, I think we can grab all these now. That's the rest of them. Okay. 1927. There's not been one of these George III's. George III, yeah, I wish. There's not been one of these George V's in bad condition. They're all pretty nice. There's another one. Oh, what was it? 1927, yeah. That's another 1920. So has that got a dot on it? The other one had a dot above the scroll, didn't it? Let me just compare them. I just thought, where's it gone? But put it in the wrong place. Look, there it is. Okay, no dot on that one, and the dot above the scroll on that one. That's the difference. Right, let's put them both back there. Right, George VI, 1939. What's that? That's definitely Melbourne. 1951. George VI. That's got the initials PL on there, and that means it was minted in London. The Tower Hill Mint in London. And if you want to put in the comments, what does PL stand for? And that is nice quality as well, unlike the weak strikes from the Australian mints. Very sharp. Okay, 1942. And that was the Indian one, was it? The 1942. So this one's a Perth. So two of those now, two 1942s, but again they are different. There's a 1917, and that's got an eye on it. So that's another India coin from either Bombay or Calcutta. And there's another one, another George V, 1911. Oh, that's lovely condition. Look at that for a 1911. Fantastic quality, right. 1957 Perth. Kangaroo. A kangaroo one. 1963 this time. Another George V. 1921. I think we've got a 1921. No, we haven't got a 1921 yet. Have now. And the last one is a 1948, and that looks like a Melbourne mint. If you've stayed with the video this long, please subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate that. There's a 1927. There's a 1939, and there's a bingo line. There's the 1951 for the London Mint. That's in good quality. There's three of those. Three 1951s. I'll have a look at those in a minute. There's another 1942. What's this one? 1917 up there. I've got this great condition, 1911, right at the beginning. 1957. There we go. 1963. Another bingo line, but only a little one. Right, what else we got here? 1921. And the last one is a 1948. There's the three 1951s, London, Melbourne and Perth. And the duplicate 1943, I think that was a genuine mistake. It's very hard to see the dot on the top one. And the 1944 duplicate, I think that was another genuine error. Both got dots after the Y, but both very hard to see really. Well, the bottom one is very difficult to see. I'm pretty sure it's the 1930 that's quite rare. I don't think we looked at the 1953s together. There's the dot for Perth, and that one hasn't got one, the Melbourne one. I think it's probably Perth Mint that did the weak strikes. That's it for this video then. Please put in the description any information you've got on these. It would be appreciated. I will try and get some of these missing dates if they exist. I'll definitely be keeping this lot, try and get as many different ones as possible. Okay, thanks again everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Right, time to get these sorted out now. What's that noise? Oh my god!